Later, we're making a savory tomato basil garlic pizza with the pizza girl herself, Caroline D'Amore.
All right, y'all. A delicious trend is taking over the party scene and showing us how to make a DIY donut wall is Maria. You heard me right. A donut wall.
Can it get much better than a donut?
This is like Candyland come to life, you know.
So this is a new thing, guys. I'm here to show you what's trendy in the world. So this is a big deal. You're seeing these at weddings, baby showers. Allie, this would be perfect for you. Baby showers, bridal showers, birthday parties, because it's so themeable. You can make this a beautiful board and then customize the donuts. You can change up the colors. There's so much you can do with this. It gives you and crafters like me creative freedom, and it's really exciting. If you can't tell, I'm really excited.
I can't wait to see how you did this. You got started earlier today.
Yes,
right?
I got excited again, and I got started earlier today. So you can see a very large frame. This is 30 by 40 inch frame, and so really this is just spray paint, and you can pick the colors that you like. I'm going to talk more about the paint afterwards. Definitely work in a well-ventilated area. Wear a mask. And then we have our pegboard here. You can go to the hardware store and actually get it cut for you. And then these are the little pegs that go in there. And you just want to spray those as well. And then flip your frame over. And then you can just slide the pegboard right on in. And actually to secure it, all I did was use some hot glue. And that just kind of like you do just around the sides, kind of like caulking, for instance. And so then you just do that. And then putting in the little pegs. And then this is something you want to keep in mind too. So this is the finished product.
Sure.
Of course, and I'm gonna walk my way back over to my lovely board. And this is what you get.
It's so beautiful.
How beautiful.
Yes.
What kind of paint are you using?
Exactly. Yeah. So this is what is really interesting. So, spray paint / not spray paint. This paint is actually acrylic craft paint, so it's okay to put food on it. Once you spray it,
that was my next question.
You have to obviously let it dry completely. But then it'll be safe for the food as well. But you know what? A good thing to keep in mind, you want to do some layers of paint to have it really pigmented and make sure everything is coated. And then you saw how everything is spaced out. So kind of have an idea of how big your donut is and cut out a piece of paper, and then that way you can space things out accordingly. You don't want them to be all scrunched in or anything like that, but that's a good way to space out everything on there. And that's kind of the big points with the creating the actual wall that they're standing on.
So let's go to the donut itself.
The donut.
Yes. Can we please move on?
Can we
and talk
get
about
to the
donuts?
sweet stuff? Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about the glaze.
Okay. Well, the glaze itself, so you have a couple options in terms of putting on the glaze or the frosting. So what I have here, the pink and the purple that I have here are the candy coating chocolate that I love to use. You can use this if you're going to have a board up that you think is going to kind of be up for a while. And then I have just a frosting here that is just either milk or half and half and powdered sugar. So you can get the same things out of them. It's just as nice to have options in terms of colors and things like that. And colors and tastes. And I know, actually, Allie, you've had this before when I made my little hearts, and you liked them. And so
I think she forgot. She may have to have it again.
She may have to have it again. So something to keep
Thanks for having my back.
Exactly.
Or my bump. Thanks for
having my bump. Something to keep in mind too is work with the color palette that you have. I have lots of pinks and purples and things like that. So that was the idea here.
Oh, you just dip it in?
So you just dip it in. Now these are baked donuts. I recommend using the baked donuts because they're actually easier to work with. You don't have to worry about grease or anything getting on your board. And they just tend to be a little bit sturdier. And then I have when they're wet, yes. Here, do that one. I'll do this one. So when they are still, when they're still a little bit wet, you want to make sure that's when you add your frosting.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, your sprinkles on. And then Mark, you could do that one if you want.
Can I do that one?
Yeah. So you want to add like a little bit. So these are actually edible flowers. So you can put those on as well. And so something to keep in mind is you don't necessarily have to do your traditional donut where you put the sprinkles all the way around like Mark is doing.
Just like I did.
And but you know what? It looks really pretty. I would do some like that. But to add some character and depth, I would space it out. Like for instance, I have some here. You can use different kinds of sprinkles.
I think she just said I lack character.
Oh, Marky, I love you so much. And then what you can also do is put some of the icing into, or the chocolate into just a bag. A piping bag like you do. And then you can create great little designs on here. And like, so for Allie, so even on yours. Generally, I would let this harden up a little bit more, but just for the sake. See, look how fun that is. And so just kind of get creative with this. And then while it's still, some of them, if you're working with the chocolate and you want to add a little bit of gold, you want to make sure it's still a little wet. This is edible gold because we are fancy.
Oh, that's fancy.
We are fancy. But if you're using the gold on the frosting, you don't have to, you want it to harden up a little bit. So kind of a little balancing act there.
And I feel like even getting all of this ready is like a party in itself. Like have all your girlfriends over and have decorate together. I mean, I had a lot of fun decorating that donut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have more fun eating it.
Exactly. Well, let me show you another quick one.
Okay.
This one's really exciting. This is a marbling technique. So this is just the frosting I told you about, and then I put a few dots in there of food coloring. This is the liquid food coloring, not the gel. And then what you want to do is swirl it around like so, and then you take your donut. Let's take this one, and then look at.
What?
Ooh, oh, I
How
want to mix it a little bit more.
amazing is that?
There we go.
That is
Look at that, and you just let it kind of like drip off. And there we go.
That is so funny because that is so simple. Like you would think it'd be really complicated, but it looks amazing. Okay, well, you actually have some really exciting news to share, right?
Okay, you guys, this is way too good of a day for me. I'm so excited. Yes, Ken and I are going to the California Pinners Conference and Expo. It's in April, and it's at the Del Mar Fairgrounds in San Diego, and there's going to be a booth for us, and we're also teaching classes. Ken and I both are, and I am going to be showing how to make this beautiful donut wall, but I am also showing my recipe on how to make the best baked donut. You seriously will melt over these. I am so excited to go and be there. And we're doing some great decorating tips, so many things. And for information and tickets, because you can come do this with us. Get a ticket, come see Ken and I, and play and craft and have so much fun. And we have the information for you as well. So come see us at
Congratulations, that's wonderful. Your best donut recipe needs to be probably vetted first. Let me take
I know. And I have to say, I will be signing up just to get this recipe from you guys.
This is good. Congratulations. You and Ken are going to have a great time.
I'm excited. Come see us.
I'm going to stay here and eat your donuts. Up next, award-winning children's book author Julia Cook is here. She's going to give us a really great glimpse into the gifted mind of children with autism. Next.
It's delicious.